Alrighty, here we go with what has been a full week of escalating tensions. Firstly, welcome back to the weekly review. Good to have you here. And let's dive right in because there's a lot to talk about. And man, are the girls fighting. By the girls, I mean literally everyone is at odds with each other right now. It's kind of crazy. Starting off on the other side of the world, where early last week Ukraine kicked everything off with a bang by launching and completing a special operation dubbed Spiderweb. Their operation hit multiple target air bases across Russia by means of drones smuggled in through shipping containers that had removable tops, which allowed the drones to take off once within reach of their targets. A little over 30% of Russia's bomber fleet is said to have been at least partially destroyed, resulting in around $8 billion in damages. Ukraine and Europe celebrated the successful mission, with many calling it a historical moment in modern warfare. As you can expect, Putin and Russia were obviously not happy with this. Russia retaliated with a massive barrage: 206 drones, several ballistic missiles, and at least 7 cruise missiles, striking Kyiv and Kharkiv. 4 civilians died, dozens were injured, and widespread power outages hit the cities. Ukraine's drone tactics send a clear message: tech first warfare is escalating, but Russia's heavy handed response indicates the conflict is only intensifying, with neither side likely to back down soon. This will likely affect the broader world by furthering instability, which risks disrupting energy markets and deepening NATO's involvement. And now let's bring it back home where things are getting messy on multiple levels. Beginning with news from the president's office, the Trump administration issued ultimatums on the trade deals that are being worked on, expecting countries to have at least a preliminary document on Trump's desk as soon as possible. Trump also doubled the steel tariff from 25 to 50% in an effort to boost national steel production. Moving on to news on the real housewives of the White House. Donald Trump and Elon Musk's once friendly ties have turned toxic. Musk publicly accused Trump of ties to Jeffrey Epstein, posting and later deleting that, quote, "Trump is in the Epstein files. That's why they won't release them." Then called for impeachment. No way. In turn, Trump has ignored questioning on his relation to Epstein and threatened reprisals, hinting at pulling SpaceX and Tesla's contracts, and warned Musk that supporting Democrats would likely have serious consequences. The relationship is reportedly irreparable. Yikes. Now, in Los Angeles, immigration raids triggered violent protests. Hundreds clashed with the police amid setting cars ablaze and deploying tear gas. Trump deployed roughly 300 National Guard troops to suppress civil unrest, criticizing the action as combating a quote unquote insurrection. Federal presence and civilian enforcement raises tensions with local authorities and advocates alike. This marks a tough on immigration stance ahead of midterms, which will likely be politically polarizing. Now let's take a look at how stocks and bonds have reacted to all this. Markets reacted with caution. Tuesday saw stocks and the dollar recover on hints of tariff relief and resilient economic data, while bond yields climbed. The 10-year yield is roughly at 4.4%. Still, uncertainty from trade and geopolitical risks left volatility high. Let's remember that rising bond yields make borrowing costlier for businesses and homeowners. And any breakdown in trade talks or deeper conflict in Eastern Europe could spook markets once again. Well, that was kind of exhausting. So let's end with a little good news. Amid global tension, a bright spot emerged. A small coastal town in Maine went all electric, powered entirely by renewable energy from solar panels, marking a first for the US. This serves as a strong example of local infrastructure transition, with lower energy costs and reduced carbon emissions. If scaled, this model could inspire broader municipal green initiatives, paving the way for meaningful progress even during turbulent times. All right, that's all for this week. Despite mounting tensions in Ukraine, a political showdown at home, and market unease, hope still flickers in communities and clean energy incentives. The key message: stay vigilant, diversified, and balanced. In a world of missiles, tariffs, and Twitter feuds, remember, progress isn't always global. It often starts small, local, and sunny side up. For the weekly review, I'm your host. Thank you for spending some time with us, and we will see you next week.